can't. Why would it fucking get a chair like that?
It was PewDiePie.
Exactly.
Ah.
Just some idiot.
I was the first to retweet. Nah.
Should I give points for who retweets first?
I mean,
Nah.
Are you just trying to find more excuses to give out points, or
Maybe.
We'll
because
start
you
using them, we
introduced a
swear.
point system and now you're just like, well, what do I do now?
Well, I mean, last time I ran a campaign, someone hoarded like 80 favorite points. And like, no, I'm gonna save up for something good. And I'm like, my
Are you sure
system
about that?
only goes up to 40 right now. There's nothing
nothing's
else.
ever gonna be 80-point good.
I mean, you want me to add more? I'm like, okay. I don't know. Let's add a fucking world-changing artifact.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, I want something that will make my life easier, but also your life hell. And I'm like, I don't know, a portable hole? You want a portable hole? Here, have that. And it just turned into, they used all the favorite points to buy 3 portable holes. And it turned into fucking Looney Tunes very fast. I was like, what is going on, guys?
You're hosting a D&D campaign, but your players are playing Donut County.
They're playing fucking Animaniacs.
Oh wait, are we live? We're
Yeah,
live now.
we're
aren't
live,
we?
yeah.
I got my beer then. I didn't even try. It's just like, I just need to know when to open it.
Yeah.
The ASMR.
If I remember right, a portable
I
hole
gave up.
doesn't even...
Please, they're called Ona holes.
We use proper terms here.
It's really, really hard to do this voice while smiling. Just gonna...
Yeah, I had to double check. I was like, I'm about to say something stupid and let everyone know that I'm a bad DM. They couldn't ever use a bag of holding because they kept using these stupid holes to travel around the place.
Yeah, that's valid.
I think that's it, guys. Do we need to do...
Bye! Haha!
I'm gonna put my
Get the fuck out of my session. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Who, me?
I refuse.
Okay.
That's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I simply do not wish to.
Do not perceive me. Let me move my notes to my other monitor.
D&D.
I would prefer to not.
Can you not?
Can
sort
you
of?
Super Mario don't?
All right.
Yamate, could you stop?
my husband found a spare energy drink in my old D&D bag from when we did like in-person sessions.
Drink it right now.
I've already cracked it.
Oh, gross.
Shit! Hell
You
yeah.
sound like you cracked.
Yuki, you gotta see what I just got. What I just pulled in the waifu bot. Hell yeah.
I swear to fucking God, if you got Hanekawa, I'm banning you from the server.
Oh, do it.
Not Hanekawa. Very close in terms of characters I care about, though.
I want to see a ban.
Who?
I want to see the hammer.
Where?
I got Taiga.
Who cares?
Taiga
It's
Asaka.
Who gives a
I was
shit?
about to say, you're
Kumo,
a Taiga stan?
Kumo,
Really?
Kumo. Toradora
Yeah.
Season 2, late 2022.
What? That's not. No, the story's over.
I got
What the
Vienna
fuck?
though, so eat the dick.
I'm here too.
I got C9 waifu.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Wait, like
I was
Cloud9?
considering. I was considering
Yeah,
getting.
C9 waifu.
I was considering trying to
Vienna?
get a.
Yeah,
real-
Vienna. She's on the
Yeah.
waifu bot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I mean, belongs to Yuki now.
It's mine now, bitch. I own
Lost to
her.
the void.
At least on this server. This
I'm your
server.
dad now. You live with me.
Okay. Weird flex, but okay. Let me double check my thing so I can moderate my own chat.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you don't need that. Who needs that?
All right. Is there anything else we need to do before we jump into it? I keep scratching my nose, and my model is not enjoying it.
You're just scratching your entire
Actually,
face.
while I'm talking about my model, Nikki and Oko, have you guys remade your model in the alpha yet?
I muted. I'm working on it. I made her thicker than a sticker.
And
I get to actually
the
Stickers
new
aren't very thick, though.
Vroid,
Yeah, and the new Vroid.
I don't really. I've messed around in Vroid a little bit, but I commissioned someone else to make the models.
It's fair.
So the answer is no.
I've been told that I should make one now, but I mean, I don't want to leave my boy over here.
Yeah,
Don't
please
lie,
don't leave
you're
me.
just
I'll be so
lazy.
lonely.
I don't want to leave my boy.
Don't lie.
Actually,
You're just
something
lazy.
I'm very tempted to do. I
Wait.
want to make like a super minimalist chibi style version, 2D version of me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I
Oh.
double checked it.
Oh, like the small Ame, that type of
Look,
thing.
look,
Yeah.
look at the screen, Kumo.
I
Which
saw it.
screen?
It fades
I
in and
see
out.
it.
Okay.
Nice.
Anyways,
Oh, there
I had a bit of an internet issue right there.
Looking
okay.
at a ghost for a minute.
Anything else before we jump into it? I don't think we need any. Why are you saying lewd, huh? Talking about
Well, that was I
You go-
hit that right as the Coda sketch came up. So yeah, lewd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're not
Oh
talking-
yeah, right. We have an image of what Hanan looks like now. I have officially made
Yes.
it canon.
Do you guys see what I'm working on? That I posted in the.
I
OC
did.
chat?
I remember you
Mhm.
even theorizing about it. I'm glad to see it's already becoming reality.
We're gonna look at Oko buns.
I thought
What was that
I thought we were
gremlin
gonna
laugh?
I thought you were gonna talk about Hana.
No, we'll talk about her later. I mean, do you want me to? Fuck it, let me roll for this.
Do you need me to like blur out the toes again? I can do that.
I mean, if you want.
Your personal hentai
Right, yeah, there are toes
censoring.
I am
You
the
can't- you can't
hentai
keep those
censor
in.
bar guy. That's me.
Okay. Well, let me do a lengthy recap because so much happened, guys. Now, guys, last session, I could put my hands together, and this is amazing. Look at this. This. Give me a fucking hand. Yes. So to recap last session, party fought Poe. It got crazy. There were shadow clones. Bal cried, and that's it. That was this whole session.
Val cried. Okay.
Yep, that's it. That's what happened. Fought Poe. That was it. And Bal cried.
Yeah. I fucking smacked shit up. It was great.
Yeah. Vix almost got downed.
I didn't have a
But
good
I
time.
didn't.
Arisara got down twice. Yeah, it's kind of funny. And we had tentacles. And sorry, I'm really distracted because there's flies in our room now. My roommate moved out and he left a lot of trash in the house, so there's hella flies. But I also changed my guinea pig food and it moved them all from inside the house to my room. So I have a bunch of flies in my room. But I put fly paper up and immediately they all got trapped because they're stupid.
Now they're flyant.
Flyants.
They are now walks. Or sucks.
Yeah,
of
they're
land.
just ducks. But yeah, that's it. So, you guys have completed your combat. Bao is off to the side, propping himself up with a sword, just vomiting from stress.
That happens.
Yeah.
Mood.
That's it. O's on the ground, got up, patching themselves up. That's pretty much it. Who
Is
silently
anyone still
judging?
unconscious?
I think everyone's
The
up,
rabbit,
unless you're asking.
maybe.
I believe Arisara is back up.
Mm.
All right. Well, got a little weird in the middle there. God damn it.
No, keep going,
I
keep
need
going.
to-
I want to know what he's gonna say. I'm more interested in what he's gonna say than what Ursa's gonna say.
I'm interested in what Ursa's gonna say.
He's talking about legs. I want to hear it.
Oh.
That's either Oko husband being naughty or laughing
We're all
too
just
hard.
gonna sit here and stare.
We're
We're
just
gonna
gonna sit here and wait for.
We don't want to
To
miss
be
the
fair,
moment.
I can only stare, so I didn't have many options in that regard.
A little bit more going on for a simple spar match, I'd say.
Hmm.
I had a
Granted,
bad time.
I was given sanction to shoot fucking arrows at somebody, so
Turns out I'm
Poe
not
just
good at
gives
hitting
you a thumbs
things.
up. Just in the background, just giving a thumbs up.
no hard feelings.
Nope.
I saw what you did. I don't want that shit on the wrong side. You know what I mean?
What?
I don't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Oh, I thought you had it. But you had stomach problems. But okay, no, that makes sense.
That was fun. Can we do it again?
I need to work on hitting things.
Yes.
Evidently.
Punching robots that way.
I can get hit real
Well,
good.
I
I'll tell you what.
wouldn't-
Olympus is right here.
Yeah, and Ali is into punching robot. It's a. No, actually, I guess no. You do. You can punch things, right?
I
You can
can, but it is
program the
not my
robot to
preferred
feel
method
pleasure.
of engagement.
No, there should be no Schadenfreude. No. I know where you're going with that. No. So you're a different kind of punching robot in that you can do the punching.
Okay.
Yeah. What are we? Are we done now?
Lao's kind
Whoa.
of just off to the side, just. Well, if you guys want to do another one tomorrow, we could do another one tomorrow. I can't take all of you. I could maybe take like 2.
Yay.
Okay. Punch each other. Fun.
Yeah.
Okay. He just nervously walks away.
Goliath is just standing there clapping quietly.
It's a giant child. This giant 7-foot child. Or 6,
He's
whatever.
not
So
punch anything
excited.
for like weeks. This is it's like Christmas to him.
The boy is so excited. I mean I think to me right now is just like I think Coda is just waiting for things to happen. As in waiting for the tournament. So I mean, I don't know what I'm looking for right now.
Well, it was very interesting to see everyone's capabilities. We've been traveling together for a while, but I haven't really seen what you all are capable of or what you really specialize in.
Thank you.
All right, no RP.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, I don't know. It's just like
I mean,
there's not really like a much of an
Bao
opportunity at the
Bao
moment.
kind of makes his way over.
Can't
Just
think of anything.
he lifts up his hand, is about to speak before he turns away and proceeds to start vomiting again.
Are you all
Okay.
right? Wow.
Oh my god, a raid this early? Thank you guys.
Oh, Yuki.
This is weird.
Another Yuki.
Another
Yuki,
Yuki raiding.
thank you for the raid.
Here.
Yeah.
Legion. Oh, Legion. Oh, no, I miss Legion.
Is that? Is that?
Okay.
I'm gonna have to play Mass Effect
It's
again
okay.
just so
It's
Legion
early
can
enough
die.
that I can be distracted. Give me a second.
I hope
Wait,
they're willing to
which
forgive
way-
and or forget.
Legion.
Okay. I had to remember which one was my raid message and which is just like a shout out. Dorito chip.
Suffice it to say, Yirsa, I think it's something we all needed to say.
You fight
I
well.
mean, we've all seen each
but-
other fight
well-
except for
well
Ursa,
enough.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we haven't really had an opportunity to fight the entire time we were traveling together. I think the closest I ever came was hunting down some wolves for, food.
Yes, but clearly we are all equally practiced and excellently skilled in combat.
And
They
we
were
don't have
pretty
to talk
good
about
wolves.
fighting people anymore.
We could.
You know,
We're gonna keep fighting
Oh.
people.
Oh. Okay.
Yay!
That's what the
that's the whole point of a
That's
that's the
tournament.
whole. That's why we're doing this is to go to the tournament. I don't know why.
Right.
You,
Oh yeah, the tournament. Yeah, I have to do that in order to talk to my mom. Yeah.
Well, you
good
don't-
job, guys.
Yeah.
it's yeah okay.
We need plot to happen, which means fighting.
Who's plot?
Tournament arc,
A plot of land.
I don't know. Do you get a plot of land? I thought it was just money.
This is the plot of land. Yeah, we're fighting over a plot of land, aren't we?
I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
technically.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so cool. Plot is happening.
All right.
Actually, no, we will plot to not happen because that would involve changing.
Mm-hmm.
We will plot to stay how it is.
I
Yeah,
am
I am-
following this conversation.
I'm very curious about there was a dark dome that happened in there. Like, Poe, was that part of your thing?
No. Mostly shadows. Oh, it's
I
at the things I could have done, but
Although
And
honestly, if you could teach me that nifty little shadow trick, I really liked
is
that.
not something you would learn over a night.
Okay, what are the things that we can learn within the time span going into the tournament? What are the things that we can learn?
Well, you already went to get the grimoire. That's about as far as you can get. We could maybe, if Black Megan's willing, open up your mind for a little bit, take in a bit of information, and
What? What does that entail? Opening up your mind. Okay, now we got some mystical stuff.
Not
I
no
have
no
to
not
question it.
not
Well,
not
I mean,
literally.
there's a
I
great
mean, we
many
could like crack your
herbs
head
that will
open.
help with that.
You see, I
I have a
avoid
book of
those.
them.
Well, Black Megan, we call her Black Megan because she does black magic, and Kenku black feathers. Anyways, it's funny. It's a funny joke. Anyways, she can do some things that will allow you to learn and retain your knowledge for a little bit longer. Though, if you're not able to maintain it afterwards, it can be a bit overwhelming. But for the sake of the tournament, it should be fine. Afterwards, you might need to take it easy for a while.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
happy
know
with
if I'm
what
a
I
fan
got
of this.
at the moment.
I feel like Oko's mind has been blown.
I feel like I would be very interested in trying that out.
Well, that's a conversation with her. She has other requirements that I'm not, well, that I can't be involved with. Or, well, Jane, for that matter. But that's a whole other discussion.
I'll seek you out later then.
I remember that there was something Wu said about like nachos somewhere.
You remember that?
Yeah, what?
Something like some sort of nachos.
The
Nacho
the
chicken
nug
nuggies.
the nacho
Nacho
nuggies.
chicken nuggets. Yeah.
You already had nacho nuggies. You want a third bowl of nacho nuggies?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty tired. I took a few hits. I thought I might help me.
Post workout nuggies.
Post workout nuggies. Okay.
Post-workout nuggies.
You know what? If I remember right, I think he went to go make the nacho nuggies,
Yeah,
but I
he
don't
went to
remember.
go make the nacho nuggies, but he never brought them over.
Okay,
I
well,
guess that's protein and calcium. Probably
Exactly.
wouldn't be that bad
you're just on a keto diet.
for your post workout.
You want? I asked for eggs and milk, and I got chocolate cake. So
Right,
yeah.
how's eggs and
That took me a
milk,
while
so-
to process. Not gonna lie.
So yeah. I guess what we're doing here.
Well, yeah, you get your nacho nuggies. Easy enough. It's delicious.
Okay. Does that give me any hit points?
I mean, we can just we can
How
take
much?
a long rest before
How
the
much?
tournament.
Yeah.
No, no,
In
no,
terms of like
no.
Skyrim wheels of cheese, how many?
Yeah.
hit
How many
points?
Skyrim wheels of cheese did I just?
You
eat?
get 3 hit points from nacho nuggies.
Yes.
Is this canon?
Okay, you know what? You get 7 hit points from nacho nuggies.
Whoa!
But
Is
you
this canon?
But you have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
I have to roll a Constitution saving
Yeah,
throw.
you roll a con save.
Okay. I have some pretty decent con, I guess, but I mean, I know that obviously Kumobot hates everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
No,
Kumo.
Just
Yeah,
do
especially Kumo.
ASMR and you'll be fine.
It's okay, my son. I still love you.
24.
It's delicious.
See, there you go.
You feel like you can eat them all night, but you feel like you shouldn't.
My boy was kind.
I got up back to full. That's great.
That's
He
not.
gets no recognition from Jiggly for being kind.
Wait, did you really
Okay.
get all your health back from nacho nuggies?
Yep,
That's funny. That's really funny, actually.
I know. I was so excited by that. It was exactly 7.
Was it really? Oh my
It was
god.
exactly 7. I thought you knew. That's why you said it.
No, I'm rolling a fucking d4.
That's love.
That's love for nuggies.
The
That's a
woo
love for
nacho
nacho
nuggies.
nuggies.
Mm-hmm.
Kumobot
They're
must also
very
love
good for
nuggies.
you. Very healthy.
Honestly, I mean, Coda says that Woo is her dad now. So I mean, like,
It's all fun and games until we find out Woo's actually your dad.
yeah.
we find out after all this time
Oh
that you've
no!
been like,
If he's actually her dad, that's bad.
yeah, these beyond.
Yeah,
these
the
beyond
tux aren't
chicken
tux. They're
nuggets.
actually
is beyond
fangs. They're tabaxi fangs instead. Does that make Coda a furry? I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Go on. I'm distracted by thinking about an orc and a tabaxi
Well, it
now.
depends on if they're real chicken nuggies or if they're like the beyond.
They're dino nuggies.
Oh,
okay.
yes, that's why it was +7. The
Oh,
Dino
yeah.
Nuggies.
Yeah. Dino nuggies have an innate +2 to heal.
It's
Exactly.
General Wu's dino nuggies.
Okay, at some point we stopped playing D&D and we started playing South Park.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that was the only thing that Coda wanted after this. I mean, this is the end of her day. This she had one event and it's good.
Uh,
I guess. What time would it be in the moment?
by now it'd be not like pitch. It's not like midnight or anything, but it is night out. If I wanted to put a number on it, it's maybe like 9-ish, 9:30ish.
Where's
Yeah,
Tony
I was
Hawk's?
just looking for like.
He's on the front, but at this point, Wu waits for you guys to come back into the monastery and
Oh,
discuss
uh,
things.
I wanted to go kick his ass more. Okay.
If you want, you can go punch him. I'm not going to stop you.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. I'll walk over.
Yeah, you go back to the
Kick
front.
him in the back again.
They go kick Tony Hawk.
Why are we abusing the bird?
Why?
Why not?
I forgot the exact reason why, but there was something involving like he's the reason why
This
Coda can't see
this
her
whole
mom.
campaign has been nothing but like penis jokes, and now we're being a dick to the cock.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think yeah, we're abusing a cock right now.
We're beating our cock.
Oh wait a second, no, I have to. It's +5. Got it. There we go.
I want nothing to do with penis.
Kick him in the back.
Someone
just
clip
need
it.
to
Someone
give,
clip it. Someone clip it.
You just need to give
I'll come
Hawk
back later.
a
Uh,
friend who is very round.
what
we can
else
have
you guys
Hawk
doing?
And ball torture.
Don't talk up. Okay, you
I
leave
got
Bao out
15.
of this. Yeah, I know.
Probably tomorrow. I mean, I got plans for like tomorrow morning. Go out and for some armor, but that's about it.
I mean, like
Cool.
tonight, because who's calling you
Maybe
guys back
convert
into the
my,
building?
Oh, I thought you were asking me to roll to hit to hit.
I
Tony
will in
Hawk's,
a
I'm sorry.
second.
Okay. I already rolled. So
Yeah, I know.
I guess
Is
I'll
everyone
just-
going in, going to sleep? What's happening?
Yeah,
I
like,
guess
the
going to
last will
bed.
probably go to sleep
Yeah.
in preparation of going out.
I'm gonna
and
go
doing some
try and
shopping
finish the
tomorrow morning.
book.
Wu says, "Come inside, everyone. Let's talk about this." I was like, I'm actually gonna go to sleep. Bye.
Okay, well, I guess we should listen to him first and go to sleep.
Okay,
Actually, maybe it doesn't
I'll
take too
go.
long.
I'll go listen to him.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys choose not to. He's not your dad. Unless you're
No,
Coda.
I'll go
You
listen.
probably
Unless
should,
you're
but
Coda,
it's
then he
not
is your dad.
working-
yeah,
Essentially working for him.
This
Uh,
is clearly a cutscene waiting to happen. I'll buy
Yeah.
it.
it is cutscene.
Well, speaking of cutscene, as Coda goes outside, greeting you, as soon as you open the door, rather than seeing Tony Hawk immediately, which you still see him in the background, you are met with this other figure. He stands there. He has a nicer suit and coat of sorts. On the front breast of his shirt, there's like a badge. It's like a shield, and on it, you can see the words "Sheriff." And underneath it, you can
Excuse
see
me, I need to
Sheriff.
go kick this drunk over here.
Go ahead. That's your business.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Just go around him.
But he is this.
Like, go kick Tony.
He stands, average height. It's this walking. I forget the actual name, but pigkin, pig person, pig man, bear pig, pig.
Piglin.
I don't think that's Minecraft. I don't think that's an actual.
What was it?
I'm gonna Google it now. Now it's bothering me.
Wonder if there's a Minecraft D&D
Pig
that
race.
someone made.
D&D. What is
It's
it
gotta be a
called?
thing, right?
That's gotta be a
Hogfolk.
thing.
They're called Hogfolk. Now I know.
It's a terrible
Hogfolk.
name.
It's honestly, I will make
I
up
hate
something better. Yeah. Oink oink. The oinkers.
Oink oink, motherfucker.
The pigs.
The
Like,
porkers.
I agree. The pigs.
I get it because he's like a.
The poker.
Yeah, I
It's
get it.
cops.
Cool.
It's the cops.
Yeah. Never trust them pigs.
Getting all kinds
Uh,
of good sound bites
I,
today.
So-
I have something to say to the cop after I kick Tony. I just want to know if I kick Tony.
Yeah, you kick Tony. He's not fighting back. So
Great, cool.
you get static bonus to that because he's not moving and allowing you to do it. So
Great.
kick him. Roll damage, I guess. Or
It's just 3. It's just 3 damage
okay.
automatically.
This man has been sitting there all night thinking about his life problems and you're just being smacked around and kicked.
Give him a kidney kick from behind.
Actually, I guess
And then I start-
I guess it counts as a short rest, so he can technically expend hit dice to recover, but that's a whole other. We won't get into that.
I turned back around. I was like, "Oh, what do you want here?"
Oh well, I actually came here to find Wu.
Is he under arrest?
Why the fuck
What
would I
do
do
this
that?
time?
I don't know. Like I remember getting him out of a jail earlier, so
That's really funny, actually.
I figured like if the cops are back, he must be under arrest again. So he's not.
No, why would? What did he do?
I don't know, honestly. He made some great food, I tell you that.
He normally does. Whoa! And this guy calls in and immediately Wu props his head up and immediately looks over. It's like, ah, okay. One more guest, I guess. You can come in. He walks in. And he walks with a.
I guess Coda follows.
What brings you to my establishment? Well, I figured it'd be a little important to let you know that we have figured out what some of the prizes were. And I would make you guys roll, but never mind. Immediately, you guys can feel that Wu's mood shifts. And he immediately becomes very cautious and just... And what have you found? Well, among the other artifacts that they're releasing, they have their heads. And Wu gets quiet for a second and sits back down.
Wait, heads?
And the officer, the pig man, takes a few steps and eventually takes a seat at the same table with Wu and just... So, I think when you guys go to the tournament, because you normally stay back to make sure that the place is safe, I thought perhaps it's best this time you participate, and I'll lend a hand to help you out here. I mean, I'm more than capable, than most of your students anyways. Ali, you're there, right?
Yes.
With your passive perception, you probably, you would notice that Wu would crack a smile at this.
Can I insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
20. Mod 20.
Can't
Or
let me have
dirty 20, however you want to call it.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Wu and the sheriff are familiar with each other. It's definitely a more friendly demeanor, but whatever they're talking about has far more weight than they're saying at the moment. But it's not hostile. He's not here for ill intentions. He is genuinely suggesting that Wu participates in the tournament, and he himself will defend the monastery from anything that will happen. I've also looks like you have a... He looks around. New wave of students.
Hi. What was that about heads?
Well, typically the Serac take trophies of their winnings, and some things are kept as warnings to others. It's just this time they're giving a warning away, which in our
That-
case might be rather important to recover.
I'm assuming it's ahead of somebody who's important here, or at least was important here.
Here, well, it'd be Headmaster Pao and Grandmaster Fu. which, in the case of here, means if anyone else can get them, they'll know all of our school's secrets. Which, if they want what's inside, they're gonna know how to get it. But if they're releasing them, I suppose they haven't been able to recover much from them. They won't be much death to be helpful, but... And he looks over at Wu. I know that there's other means to protect and extract that information here. After all, that's what Zodiacs are for, right, Wu? Just
Sorry,
kind of waves it off.
Are you saying? Oh, wrong accent. Are you saying that that with this decapitated head that people could get all knowledge and information about the stances and things like that?
Well, after all, they're only as willing in death as they are in life, and if they don't recognize who's asking the question, they're not going to give that information. And most of our stances aren't something you can just tell someone how to perform. It's to be taught.
It is information that lies here, correct?
Correct. And the headmaster and the grandmaster, even they weren't masters of all 12 stances. They only mastered 6. Together they created the 12. But only 2 students have ever learned all 12 stances. So, for the most part, I think we're safe.
Wait, why do they have the heads though? I mean, you said they have them as trophies, but like, what do they do though?
Participated in a tournament, perhaps? Or
Refused to
just
give the
a
ore.
feud?
Oh, okay.
And Sheriff glances over at Ali. Have you... what's your name?
I call myself Alethus.
Oh, nice. Another named one. That's really cool. Good job, Wu. Have you already learned the methods? Or how long have you guys been here?
Not long enough to have learned the methods.
Hmm.
We are here for personal reasons.
Well, if you guys are participating, I would suggest maybe spending a little time with Grandmaster Wu. He was always the better student than I was. But, you know, people of your nature, you should be able to learn some things here, especially with experts in repairs.
Wait, you're the sheriff, but you also went here?
Oh, and he extends a hand over to shake with you. You can just call me John. The name's John Sheriff.
What a fortuitous name.
It was a little more confusing when I was deputy, but we won't get into that.
I am just so confused right now.
You should have met the old sheriff. It was much.
The old
much
sheriff's
more...
name was Deputy.
Oh yes, it was. It's a little confusing when you have deputy sheriff and then deputy the sheriff.
Sheriff,
It gets it gets.
Bob Marley
I
could have never
understand it
succeeded in this
completely.
universe.
That's the first thing I was thinking too.
Well, they shot him, not me.
Huh. All right. Wait, so no, but my question still remains though. Like, so you are the sheriff here. Okay, let me just figure this out. So you're a cop, right?
Sure,
You gotta tell me.
You gotta tell me you're a cop.
I'm to some extent sure. On
All right.
right now, no.
What are all the different cops that are around here? Because you said there was. Were you in charge of the prison that locked up Wu?
You think I'm in charge of those assholes? No. Of course
Okay,
not.
cool. Then just like, hey, don't get indignant on me. I don't know anything here.
Look, the department does not work with silver swords.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna have to explain this stuff to me.
Okay. The department is mostly in charge of everything outside of the cities. And
Okay.
we're not really staffed.
And that's you.
Yes. Well,
You're okay.
mostly.
Mostly.
Well, I'm not the only one that is in charge of this land. You think I just
Well,
work by myself?
Yeah, so it's the equivalent. We're dealing with the FBI right now.
Is this
A
No.
sheriff, but yeah, okay.
no? I believe you're the local police force, right?
Sure.
And
But
so then the silver swords you were talking about, they are they're like the feds, right?
Well, if you're talking about Modern Gate specifically, the Silver Swords are more like the Secret Service of sorts.
They're the feds.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're dealing.
And then you
with
also have the
police
guards
and-
within the city, but it's Serac politics. They make it unnecessarily complicated. While all the other towns
Wait, so there's extra guards? So then who are the guards working under?
they work under the Silver Swords, who work for the royal family.
Okay, so those are the feds.
They're all assholes, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're dealing with the police versus like the yakuza.
Well, I'm not police right now. I'm student.
Well,
Don't worry.
the
If you commit crimes, I don't care. Unless it's murder,
can't
then
do
I might
crimes,
have to
that's
like
right.
kill someone. Or like if you're kidnapping or like keeping slaves, then I might have to get involved.
don't have to worry about that. But like,
An awful lot of conditions you keep adding there.
Or this, I mean, I
Well,
would make
Wizards are
exceptions,
gonna ask
okay?
people to keep
but
slaves.
some people are just shitty people.
Don't
so
worry, if there's any slaves here, we got a guy who will rip apart anyone who owns them.
I'll
Is it okay if I litter?
no.
I love
Well,
that stretch. Thank you so much, Bix. I love
very
that
welcome.
stretch you just did.
I honestly don't give a shit.
All right, cool. So you're the local. So that okay, we have settled on this in my mind right now. Here is you are the local police,
Yes,
and
fuck
then
the
we
Silver
have the
Swords.
feds.
Fuck the police. I mean, fuck the Silver Swords.
You are wait.
Don't worry, it's not important right now.
what is happening?
I think we're spending way too much
Yeah,
time
let's-
focusing on this wee little detail.
I don't
At the end
know.
of the day,
What are you here for? Okay, so you were just here to do that. Are you here to do it? Wait, I mean, I got in between you and Woo. Okay, I'm sorry. Woo, do you trust this pig?
Woo's just staring into the center of the table, processing all the information. He's
Okay,
just
cool.
silent.
Well, I'm just gonna go to sleep then. I'm just gonna walk away from this now. I'm done.
Have a good night.
Yay, sleepy time.
I believe that I will retire as well.
Well,
didn't
everyone's just gonna
Wu
sleep
want
then.
to speak to us about something before the pig interrupted?
Wu just kind of
All
waits for you guys to
I'm
just
fucking rolling with this.
leave.
All right.
He just
Yeah, it
is
looks
silently
like
is
Woo
just
wants us to leave anyway. We'll talk about it in the morning, I think.
Are we going to talk about it in the morning?
I hope we do.
well, if Wu wants to. Though that's something for you guys to figure out. Though I thought he would tell you, considering you're getting involved in this. But
Well, once again, he was literally just getting ready to tell us something
Oh,
before you
did I?
waltzed in.
Oh.
So
well, he takes a pen out of his pocket and just throws it at Wu's head. Just bounces off, and he takes another pen and throws it at his head.
Yeah, it looks like he's
is
out of commission for the
Wu-
day.
And Wu's just spaced out.
All right then.
Okay. I will let you digest the information. Just thought you would know. Because on the day of it, I think I and Black Megan would be enough to hold down the fort in whatever way. And then you can go punch people really hard in the face. It'd be really fun.
Mhm.
And then I'll watch from here. It'd be great.
Wait,
didn't-
huh? There's a TV here?
No,
Never
that's
mind. You know what? I'm gonna keep walking.
the
Hmm.
scrying eye. Chris, never mind.
What's a TV?
I've heard tell of it.
It's short for scrying eye.
It's short for
Oh,
scrying. It's Elvish. It's Elvish. It says Elvish, guys. It's
He
Elvish.
means
Yeah,
true
it's an
vision,
Elvish
yeah.
term I knew.
But I speak Elvish.
TV is true
It's
vision.
yeah.
Stands
Ah,
short.
I haven't heard that slang before.
Yeah,
Maybe
like
maybe it's
scrying.
Dwarvish. I'm not entirely sure. I only speak 2 languages and neither of them are this. Like, you just started staring at me like this is the dumbest thing you've said during your stream so far. It's a true vision
Oh wait a
crystal
second, I
eyes.
gotta go to the bath first, don't I? Yep, I'm going to the bath first.
Oh. Hey, whoa, can I use the bath? Okay, good talk.
You're not going in with me?
But there's 2. I can use the other one.
Okay, yeah, good.
Okay. Deal. Bye, Woo!
I'm gonna go try to find Black Megan.
As you guys exit the
Actually,
Front
should I
it-
go with you?
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you not to. You're your own being.
Bao is still puking, and pretty much everyone has gone off to their own things.
If
Mai and Levy are still in the main building, and Elliot has kind of drifted off.
If I retire for the night, then all I will hear is dry heaving. So I would rather wait for that to pass.
Absolutely fair.
Uh,
Oh yeah,
As-
where's Levy?
Levy's inside the main building, chilling
I
there.
want to go
She's
say hi to her.
still punching down. You're going back?
Yeah, I guess. If she was on my way.
Well, she'd still be in the building, so if you left, she was behind you. Like, way behind
Okay.
you.
Then I guess no.
The sheriff eventually stops Elliot, but other than that, that's kind of it. So Ursa and Ali are going to look for Black Megan. So I'm assuming you guys are going to Wu's building, and Coda is going to the bathhouse. Ish.
Do I roll a luck check to see who walks in with me?
Sure.
To have sparkling conversation with. Now that she is fully awake for this time. Wait a second, what is a luck check? I don't add anything on,
No,
right?
you're just rolling a straight roll. You just made
Great,
this
cool.
up. Nice.
2. I get Bao again and he's puking in the
Amazing.
Oh,
Fun.
Okay. Yeah, so Elliot joins you.
I mean, could be worse.
This towering, hulking behemoth.
It's like a tree.
Yeah, he's basically a giant tree. Okay, so Ursa and Ali, you guys make it to Wu's building. Ali, you've been inside of it, so you kind of know where to go. Ursa, I don't think you have. She's muted because the hubby is making sounds. He might say gamer
I'll-
words.
I'll follow. I'll show Ursa to where I met Black Megan. I'll just take her to that room.
As you navigate Wu's building and get back to the basement of sorts, Ursa, you would. Ali, do you have a sense of smell?
No, I'm a warforged.
I've just figured that as
That's why
I wasn't sure what.
I don't have a
trying all the
sense
breakfast
of.
items and
I don't have a
describing
sense
it
of
to her.
smell or taste.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what Warforged didn't have. So
Yeah.
Ursa, you smell
Okay.
it. The smell of what is so funny, robot boy?
Hey,
I'm sure
we
you
don't
know
use that
exactly
term
what-
around here.
These filthy bots. I
Yeah,
get
the
taken
bot
down
should
for
have made your
derogatories.
stream-
I just saw Wisebot say something. It knows what you did.
I have a 100,000 lore story that indicates that you're an asshole.
You know, I'll accept it. I'll be the
Yeah,
villain.
okay.
I'll be
Okay,
the
fair.
lovable villain that
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. The anti-hero. Yeah.
who is really burning down the world because they have a hot wife and they want to keep their
What do
their
I
hot wife.
smell?
Sorry, I got distracted.
No, you just smell. That's the end of it. You smell.
You smell. You stink.
Go
You
to the
smell.
bar.
You're so sweaty.
Fucking stinky.
You
Guys, now's not the time for the fucking filthy elf
it's-
jokes. I'm trying
it's-
D&D.
smell of decay and specifically blood.
Oh,
And as you,
Fun.
wow.
with every step, it gets a little bit more strong, more putrid. So you guys make it to the bottom.
When's the last time you've interacted with this Black Megan?
Why do you ask?
Because it stinks like a fucking corpse down here. Like a good at least 2 weeks of rot.
I can't smell.
I knew it was
gathered.
coming. Why is it so funny?
I'm asking the last time you saw Black Megan, did she happen to look putrid in any way, shape, or form? Is she undead?
We talked last night.
All right, so it's possible she's Did she look undead?
Yeah, it might be time.
Wow.
Having him answer makes it funnier.
Does she look like a witch?
She,
Yeah, totally.
I
Dead, we
wouldn't
couldn't see that.
say so. She is definitely interesting, but not like anything else we've encountered has not been interesting.
We did say that she's a Kenku. It's not like she's a fucking mimic horse.
Yeah. I'm assuming this rotten smell you're talking about is other experiments for something. But we will have to ask Black Megan, won't we?
Experiments? I thought she was just, akin to a soothsayer or something. All right, let's let's go in.
Okay, as you go inside, roll perception.
Oh boy.
Oh
Where's my
boy.
dice rolls? There they are. The fuck is my perceive? Oh, bye, Bix! Can someone get that?
He go.
He just fucking went.
He dipped. He said, "I'm out."
Yeah, I'm outie.
Getting a drink.
he pulled the lever on those gaming chairs that turn him into beds. It just
I need a clip.
oh, my gosh.
Sorry, I had to double check my perceive. I got dicks in my eyes. I rolled a nat 1 for a total of 4.
Could I perceive?
Sure.
I'm there too, so.
I mean, never
Oh,
mind. He rolled in that one.
You perceivant.
Wait, did we both roll nat 1s?
No,
Ali rolled
but
3.
it's not great. It's a 7. We both don't see shit. Now that you mention it, it is a bit darker than I remember.
The lights are dim, but as you guys make your way down,
Wait, I was about to say I've got dark vision as a gloomstalker?
do you?
Question mark? I do.
Oh, the lights are still dim. Doesn't
Okay.
hindering what you're saying. But anyways,
How can you see worse? How can you see worse than me, and you can see in the dark?
I'm so put off by the fucking smell down here.
Ursa's just covering her nose, but in a way that the mask is just covering everything. She can't see shit.
I hate this fucking smell.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Oh, Dan.
Oh god. As you guys make it down there, you can hear shuffling in the corner. And Ursa, it's mostly the direction of the smell. And as you look over, you can see this Kenku in robes, mostly drenched with all this cloth and materials, just trying to clean up everything. And you see what looks like a pile of organs and meaty bits. And they're definitely frantically trying to clean up. And not doing a great job.
Are we interrupting anything? Oh my god, it's gotten worse. Bix.
Bix, what are you doing? Bix, what are you doing? Bix, what are you doing?
He's just on a waterbed. Don't worry about it.
Big fan of the fan art.
Man, look, I don't want to...
Trying to see underneath, eh?
Look, whatever's happening on his end, it looks like he's having a good time.
Somehow Bix looks like the player character trying to stealth in Skyrim.
I hate it. I hate it. What are you idiots putting in OOC? Fix dip. But Megan looks up and then kind of waves at you guys, and then kind of goes back to frantically trying to clean up the mess she's made.
Kenku can't really speak for themselves, or at least they do very brokenly. What was the vocabulary that she had last time you saw her?
What was the vocabulary, Yuki?
Vocabulary in what sense? Like how she was
How did
speaking?
she talk? Yeah.
I remember,
Any
but
certain
Yorsa
languages?
doesn't know.
Uh,
I might have it in my notes.
If I remember correctly,
you-
Black Megan is able to speak, like
roll history.
speak, as opposed to having the Kenku curse.
11.
From what you remember, Black Megan spoke normally. What you did remember, what else is her beak is wrapped and bound, but you remember her speaking normally. I'm assuming, are you guys approaching her? Or kind of keeping a distance? What do you guys do?
Oh, you're approaching me.
You dare
I see
approach
you're
me?
approaching me.
I can't kick your ass unless you get closer.
Sorry, did Ali say that she speaks normally?
I'd say she speaks normally, yeah.
Like normally for a Kenku?
Normally for anyone.
Oh, there he goes
What?
again. Oh, no, he's back.
He's been rebooted. Windows startup sound. Nope, he's dead.
The entire time he was down, we just hear the fucking dial-up sound.
I'm gonna put it as a sound alert just so I can play it when Vix does things.
I mean, fair enough.
Anytime he goes down, you play the Windows shutdown, and anytime he comes up, you play the Windows XP turn on.
Can someone take the clip and add sound over it, please? Thank you. I'll give you $1.
I can do it.
One whole dollar.
I need that dollar.
Well,
Alright.
if Yursa approaches, then I won't.
Yeah, I'll or Yursa will approach.
Okay. As you roll perception.
Let's see if I still have dicks in my eyes. Oh wait, that's clip highlight.
You okay over there,
Ooh,
Dix?
it got better.
Yeah, I'm okay.
17.
17. As you approach, you see that the area that has this bloody mess is this flattened stone area of it. It looks like the tables have been kind of pushed out of the way, and you can see some kind of traced carvings, and even with the smeared mess, you can kind of make out that this was some kind of magical circle that was being made. With information that you heard before, you can mostly deduce that it was maybe a teleportation circle that Megan was using, or attempting to use.
Necromancy. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
What?
So this doesn't look like necromancy?
Maybe.
Like she's not animating corpses, she's taking an energy from one source to implement it in another source?
Necromancy or blood magic or something of the like, but it's... Yeah.
Okay. Greetings there, Black Megan?
She looks up and just kind of stares at you.
Out of game, it was Poe who told me about Black Megan, because I was trying to get Poe to teach me about the shadow steppy thingy.
Yeah. To have Black Megan open your mind, yeah.
I was informed that you could do things like open my mind and make me a little more receptive to quick learning.
You can see her blankly stare at you before blinking a couple times, and in her arms, her hands are kind of full of just like intestines and things, and she kind of just plops them on the ground before walking over to a different table and kind of like brushes her robe off, and it's just this guts and bits that just kind of splat to the ground.
Would you like a hand tidying up? I realize I've come in at a terrible time. You don't have to do it now. I just figured you might need some time to prep, so maybe inquire tonight and try again tomorrow.
She goes to grab a notebook and walks over and starts to write in it, and then places the notebook in front of you.
Alethis, I thought you said she could speak.
She can.
Alright. She doesn't have to speak to me. It's a little confused with the notebook.
Black Megan, if you don't mind, is everything all right?
She nods.
You described her as this time around having a bandage over her beak, correct?
Yeah, she's always had the bandage over her beak.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
always had
she's
a
always-
bandage.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
She just speaks normally, despite that. It's like she's a ventriloquist.
Oh.
Well,
What does the notebook Oh, sorry.
no, you can go ahead.
I was just gonna out of game say what does the notebook say,
Yeah,
but if you still have something in
the notebook
game,
just
it's more
says
important.
to perform the ritual, you will the effects will leave you well, for lack of fun, more fantasy knowledge, it will leave you rather exhausted afterwards, or greatly exhausted afterwards.
Will it leave me permanently exhausted or just for a period of time?
She nods
And
no,
do I
and
do
then
I-
she writes down short time.
Alright. Do I retain the knowledge that I soak in while my mind is awoken?
And she shrugs.
Aye. Alright, well, I'm still interested. You haven't quite dissuaded me. Is this something we can set up to maybe do tomorrow?
She nods yes.
Spectacular. Is there anything I can help you with right now, or is there anything I can help gather for tomorrow?
She quickly looks back at the pile of meat, just pauses for a second, and then writes
I'm a
in,
huntress. I know my way around entrails.
and then quickly writes down a large animal, boar or wolf maybe.
Can I knowledge nature to see what kind of entrails those are? Or
Sure.
survival, whichever you want.
I would say nature, based on the
Yeah, it'd be
situation.
nature.
They're the same number.
Yeah, why are you
17.
fucking asking me? Oh, okay.
Because I didn't realize they were the same number.
17?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll give it to you. They're human.
I'm sorry, what?
Human.
Oh,
Ah,
darling, that's a different type of boar, I'll tell you that much. More like a bipedal one. Where did you get these?
found him. The dumpster.
She just draws a smiley face in the book.
Somehow still not as disconcerting as the rabbit.
The rabbit's a special brand of.
The rabbit is a special brand of hope.
And then afterwards, she writes in, no one will miss them anyways. And then afterwards, silver sword.
Aye, alright.
The rising level of concern on everyone's faces. Like, oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Okay,
no,
that's
that
who we're
wasn't-
dealing with. Got it.
Honestly, that wasn't concern. Like, I was like, oh yeah, that's great. I was just watching a very interesting play in football.
The hilarious thing is this teleportation circle was put together for Coda. This man was murked for Coda.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
I
It's a
mean,
cop.
honestly, yeah.
I mean, with the role, yeah, it'd be hard to. I mean, it wouldn't be unreasonable to say that they had it for a while, but there's
The
no way
odds
to say for
justify-
sure.
The odds justify the means. And
That would explain the
They
slow
could have
loading,
had
okay.
they could have had him in a freezer. They could have done it 10 seconds before Coda arrived.
Do freezers exist in this world?
Bags of
Well,
freezing,
ice
yes.
magic, so I would
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like a large
just
icebox.
just to quickly if in case everyone is a little lost, I always have technology like Victorian-ish era, which
Yeah.
there's probably not
Iceboxes.
with its mage tech, so there's probably
Yeah. I do
picture
very
or not
similar things.
photo cameras and shit.
Yeah.
Most lights are probably
Iceboxes.
powered by crystals rather than electricity.
I do very similar things in my worlds. It
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
shit easier.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
I will help her clean up. I will take my whole. Do I have bracers or something? I'm pretty sure I do have. I've got a leather archer's glove and I've got a leather bracer, I believe. I'll take those off and I'll get elbows deep into Jon Snow's intestines.
But John's upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay,
John's
that's
going-
clearly
Guy's
said.
John
Wow.
Sheriff is going to the bathhouse. Okay. Wait, what?
That was clearly said out of game.
It's like, damn, you're killing John already? He's like the nicest police officer.
Either way.
He's a cop.
All right, that's all I needed for tonight. We
You
can move
leave-
on to the next day.
You live that piggy alone.
No.
Okay. You guys were leaving. Okay, so I wanted some time to talk to Elliot since I'm in there with him.
Alright, bud. Take it easy. Have a good night.
All right. Wait a second. Got him. What's got him doing?
I'm reading my book. I want to try and finish it.
Oh, you're already in your bunk.
gonna
Goliath is
finish-
already in your bunk.
Finish
Yeah.
murder.
Okay.
Yes. I'd like to.
You guys are already in your bunk. Okay. So
Well,
Yep.
because it's fast. Got him. Go ahead and do an intelligence check. Let's see how far you get.
Oh boy.
boy.
Oh boy.
Oh shit. Why did my tab close? Hold on.
Why are all my friends dealing me at runs? Oh, it's Final Fantasy shit. Never mind, it's irrelevant.
Oh, that's how intelligent I am, right?
Not that intelligent.
Very intelligent. Get wrecked.
Is that sarcasm? Oh wow, okay. You make it through the next hefty chunk of the book. How far were you the first or before?
I think I got less than halfway through.
Yeah, so at this point you're halfway through. There's a lot to digest. There's a lot talking about, preserving bodies, using it for other means, draining magical essence. And the love interest, there's a twist. The evil twin came, someone died, they came back to life. It's all very riveting.
Good book.
I have the notes of the actual characters of the book somewhere, and the actual summary of it, but I'll post that later. But eventually, once you get past all the nasty nitty gritty body disposal stuff, and you get into the heat of the romance, you hear this voice again around you, and just, "Aw, that's so cute."
And I will look around the room to see if anybody is there.
Okay, roll perception.
Sure.
Why do I imagine Holly?
His patron is Holly.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if his patron
my
was Holly?
God.
An 11.
You look around, but nothing's there. For a moment, you pause. You hear a bit of giggling and just, "What are you looking for?"
You!
Are we playing a game?
Are we?
And as you look around, From your peripherals, you can see this hand reach out to the book and turn the page back.
Okay, I'll swing my head around where that hand came from.
You turn around and no one's there.
Okay. What? Who and what are you?
You read too fast.
I can read slower if you tell me who you are.
Well, we can talk about that after this. Okay, now you can turn the page now.
Okay. I'll turn the page.
Now, Coda, you're chilling in the bathhouse with Ilya. And, like Bao, he sits there awkwardly staring at a wall.
So, traveling with Lovey.
Yes.
You known her long, or like you guys together, or?
It's been a couple years now, I think.
So you guys together, or is it like just a business relationship?
What? Wait, you mean like together? Together?
Yeah.
Or like, no, what? How would I do that?
I was just wondering.
No, she's kind of disgusting.
Hey?
I mean, yeah, some people would say that, yeah.
We just come from similar backgrounds. And our interests
What is
align for
that?
now.
Wait, similar back. I thought she's royalty. Are you supposed to be royalty, or?
Well, I'm one of the last of my kind in a way.
So then you would be royalty, wouldn't you?
In a way. But
Coda thinks to herself, shit, am I royalty now?
people back home, our land, there was an agreement. We keep our land, they keep theirs. We help their crops grow, and they leave us be. But in the last few years, they've changed it. They've taken our trees, taken our land. So we've stopped helping them. We've given them our names. And when the time comes, we'll take our names back.
So how does Levy fit into this?
Oh, she was like a neighbor.
Ah. Okay, that's cool. How much
But
do you know about her?
That's a loaded question. And his face just peers into you, and his eyes are just empty voids. What do you want to know about Levy?
I mean, I kind of want to know how similar she is to somebody else that I know. Look, I just need friends, and she seems like the kind of person that I could be friends with, and I don't know if, like, can be.
Is that because she's related to the princess?
I'm gonna say yes, but I'm gonna make you guess about whether it is I can't be friends because she's related to the princess, or I want to be friends because she's related to the princess. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but I am going to say yes.
He just stares at you blankly for a second. I see.
But she seems a lot like the other friends that I've made, so I mean, just want to.
You befriend a lot of princesses.
No, I befriend a lot of dumbasses.
So you're calling Levy a dumbass?
I was wondering if she was. What would you say?
He adjusts his posture and he sits a little more upright. Sets his hands on his legs and leans in a bit. Well, she is. She very much is.
That sounds great, honestly. Tell her that I would love to play cards with her sometime, and that's when Coda gets out.
As you get out, he continues to stare at wherever you were and has not changed his posture. He's pretty much like locked in position.
Man, rolling that 2 is great though. It's kind of like Bix looking at me right now.
That's how Emulate is, yeah.
I will stare at you threateningly for as long as I wish.
But you can swear the entire time you're in the bathhouse, the water level just keeps going lower and lower. So we're getting out.
That's why she got out.
Yeah, probably the reason why you got out.
Automatons are rubberneckers. I thought everybody knew that.
So I don't know what you're going about.
The way Nikki just spins around to look at Oko. Oh my god.
That is literally rubber, so you're not wrong. Yeah.
That VTuber gooseneck. Yeah.
Goliath, what are you doing?
Sleeping.
Okay. Roll for sleep. No, I'm just kidding. You can if you want.
Fuck it, you said it, I'm gonna
Roll
fucking
for
do it.
No, roll with advantage because you had a good day.
Natural
Yeah,
20.
great
Natural
day.
20 is a coma. Good luck.
Right, say again.
I don't know.
didn't quite hear that.
This is a straight roll, I guess.
Okay.
Would it be a con roll? Would sleep be a con roll?
I guess.
If someone casts sleep, is it a save? What save is the
think it's
sleep
a-
spell?
It's a wisdom save against sleep.
So is it wisdom to put yourself in a trance to knock yourself out? Is it a wisdom roll to fall asleep?
That's auto failing a check.
What are you rolling, Bix?
Yeah, I was gonna roll.
Oh, I was like,
Do you want wisdom or constitution?
just roll a straight roll.
Alright,
Roll 2 d20s. You have advantage on sleep.
20. Okay. And
A
the other
13
one
and an
is-
11. You sleep pretty well. You get nice and snugly.
Hmm.
Yay.
You found a nice fur blanket. Very insulated.
Ooh.
Having a great old sleep, a great day. Just like write in your journal. Good night diary. I punched some things today. It's a good day.
I had
Punch it real fucking hard.
That's like every single entry in your diary is just like it's
Nothing
either
punched
I
today,
didn't
nothing
punch
punched
anything today. I punched something really
punched-
hard today. It's a
It was
good day diary.
Instead of putting the date, you put how many people you punched. And for like the past 2 weeks, it's been 0.
And then like a frowny face next to it.
I mean, admittedly, if you spent another week in the forest, you would just been out punching trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry. What was I saying? Jang eventually joins you, Ursa, to help clean up the mess. But unlike Black Megan, who's kind of putting it into a bucket, he moves the big pieces, and all the little pieces he just he plops into his mouth.
What's Jang again?
The Dragonborn, the one who came up on the wagon with Holly.
I forgot he was a Oh yes, I remember now. Okay, yes, that makes sense. I was very concerned. I'll start leaving the smaller pieces then, for him to pick up and.
Ooh,
snack
piece of
on.
candy. Ooh, piece of
Ooh,
candy.
piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of
Oh,
candy.
here's a little grape
Yeah.
here, and here's a grape.
While they're cleaning up, I'll probably just leave and go back to
I mean,
the.
Zero is also still there.
Go talk to your mans.
Ali's love interest.
No.
Pardon me.
Wow. I thought that sound came from Jiggly.
Yeah. I'm
You
all the way
thought
over
that
here.
too?
Drinking an energy drink, okay?
You know what?
I'm all the way over here.
Sure.
That sounds not gonna reach.
Sure, I'll talk about it. I'll talk to Zero.
Okay. What are you gonna say to him? As you get there, he looks like he's powered off, but as soon as you get near, some of the lights light up, and the thing he's affixed to, you can, see the power run. Eventually, his eyes lights up, and he looks at you. Yes.
Do you have a purpose right now?
I am incomplete. There is no purpose from which I can fulfill at the moment. Currently, I exist to answer your questions.
That is a quandary that I'm working through at the moment. To have so many questions, yet I do not seek answers to those questions. My purpose is to protect.
For now,
Yes. Will that change?
maybe. You meet the others, the other boards in the city. Your views on your past may change. A lot of them repurposed to do menial tasks. Some are lost in their old ways of creation. Others are just now obtaining free will. I'm one of those.
But there are others.
There are.
We know this.
You follow through with this pointless festival. A guise to protect precious metals that are more important to us than anyone else. There are a few you will meet there. The bartender, the watcher, and the guard.
What were those names again?
The bartender, the watcher, and the guard. You can hear Nikki tippy tapping at notes. This pleases my DM soul.
Be protect. I just like that Ali's purpose has now been stated to be to protect.
I protect.
Now we have two people who are here to protect.
I don't suppose you have information on these three.
Anything I'm told is second hand. I have not been able to leave this room. My existence, at least in this current life, extends to only this room. Memories implanted from former creations that aren't my own. I just collect information and record it. For now, at least.
What do you think your purpose will be once you have been complete?
When I was first manufactured, I was intended for house use, fetching meals, cleaning, cooking. A butler of sorts, or a slave, depending on who you asked. Now I am simply an observer. I will most likely stay with these people. They know far more about our past than I could find alone.
I echo the same sentiment with the people I have met. Yet it is worrisome.
Well, your bonds with your companions aren't so much the same as mine. There are things far greater than you, or me for that matter. I'm very aware that my production was later in the Great War, which is why I was not purposed for combat or other helpful means. But the teachings of someone who manufactured such vile creations echoes now.
Do you have a soul?
Don't you?
Why?
From a spiritual standpoint, or one that is more grounded?
From a purpose that is personal.
You have a soul because you were chosen to have life, rather than being manufactured, created, and used for war and combat as a mindless drone. You were made in a way that gave you thought, free thought. What you do with that is up to you. Though that's not a question I can answer, but one that my creator isn't the proper word, redesigner of sorts, will be better fit to answer with you.
I don't think I am ready to ask that kind of question to them yet.
What if I told you he's waiting for you to ask? What if I said they were taught specifically to preserve us?
That makes me afraid.
Well, he looks over at Jang. When the time comes, he will be the one to record our histories. Until then, it's the old man. Before him, the headmaster. I suggest you find answers before it's too late to ask the questions.
I understand. There is little time.
Our lives may be longer than theirs. I would suggest you ask before they're unable to answer. Ursa, at this point, you guys are pretty much done cleaning, and Zhang is getting a little weird in that he's just kind of painting the walls with blood now. Just finger painting on the walls.
What does the finger painting look like? Is he writing something? or is it just like drawing a happy little sun and happy little trees?
It doesn't seem like there's any heavy meaning to it. He's just drawing pictures.
He's drawing boobs.
That's what I'm doing right now.
He's drawing some furry hentai art on the wall
Oh,
in blood.
shit. That's advanced. All right. All right. Well, if my services are no longer required, I guess I'll be back here again. Say it what, tomorrow evening or right after breakfast? What were you thinking? What time is a
Jang,
good time for enlightenment?
Jang looks over at Black Megan. She quickly moves her hands, signing over to Jang, and turns over to you. Tomorrow morning, if you're ready.
All right. Should I fast beforehand? Am I at great risk of vomiting all over myself?
That's a really good question. You should be fine. Hopefully. I mean, no one's head's exploded yet, so that's
Aye,
good.
yet. But
I
that's
don't think
the
it's possible, but you know, anything's possible, right?
First
True,
time for
you
everything.
you did put that thought out into the universe, so here we are. All right, tomorrow
You
morning
could also
it
get
is.
like 8 limbs, or like bat wings,
Ooh.
or
See,
fly.
I can
You could.
plan for that. I would love to fly.
Can we do that? Can we do that, Megan? She just shrugs like, what the fuck is going on? Jang's
Alright.
whole face is covered in blood again. His hands are just bloodied. They're not clean people at all.
I mean, yours is not entirely either, but
I mean, you brought gloves.
I took them off.
Oh, okay,
I
never mind then.
specifically said I took them off
Okay, never
to
mind
get
then.
elbow deep in Jon Snow. All right, anywho.
Damn. All right. I apparently did not watch that episode. I don't.
Episode.
Which page is that on? Hold on.
It was this episode.
Wait. Oh, I should check the script, shouldn't I?
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I mean, I had to go out and get a drink, so I'm a bit behind. I've just been kind of leafing through, going, "Wait, what the fuck up?"
Yeah, you really give me a lot of monologue or a lot of
Never wanted
dialogues.
You all
Yeah.
got a script?
Yeah.
She.
Well,
I'm just over here yelling at
Nick-
an invisible
Nikki's
person.
agent. Nikki's agent said that I didn't give her enough to do, so they kind of just threw that whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the past like 10 pages have just been Nikki comes up with some bullshit and Yuki figures it out later.
Yeah, it's just ad libs. It's fill in blanks.
Huh, okay.
I see.
I actually asked I asked the writer to make sure to just remind them that Coda is horny. So.
Okay, you do a good enough job.
Retconned
Finding
Coda
out.
is a tiefling.
All right. Yersa gets ready to leave. She'll pop her head in on Alethis there just to make sure she's not interrupting anything.
I'll probably wait until odds are this conversation carried through all the way to the end of your task.
That's why I told them.
Yeah,
that would be
so-
when they would be finished.
Yeah, so I'd probably pass by Jang. And there's like a couple of steps where she's just already walking. And then she just like freezes. Turns around.
Are you talking to Jang or no?
Yeah. She freezes and then turns around and looks at Jang.
What?
Zero said you might have some answers for me.
Is this a trick question? The Dino Nuggies aren't real chicken.
What? Coda wakes up in a cold sweat.
In regards to my creation,
You're just specific or like in general?
in general, referring to the logistics of a
Uh,
soul.
You
Oh,
want a mommy robot and a daddy robot.
well,
Love
No,
each other very
you
much.
shut the hell up. I
For-
wish that's how it worked.
when two Warforged get together, they take their spare parts and make a third baby. That's how they're created. And then you just eat spare
Like
parts
the
and you grow.
movie Robots.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it
Yeah.
works. It's canon. No.
So they
Wait,
didn't
no,
take
the
spare
movie
parts.
robots, they don't use their
Upgrades
spare parts,
people.
they like
Yeah,
order
they
They
one.
bought a
They
kit,
buy a baby kit.
Yeah.
and then after that, they're made from hand-me-down parts.
Yeah, it's a metaphor for adoption. What?
You get made out of hand-me-down parts.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
You got your arms replaced? Hold on. We need to have to talk.
Yeah.
I thought it was a metaphor for late stage
Is this
capitalism.
is this
I
robot?
think everything is at
Is this
point.
Android VTuber jokes that I'm too zombie to understand? What the fuck's going on? Should I
they
understand
they
this?
are on my
My
end.
arms
Did you not
replaced.
watch-
Should I? Do I?
Did you
Have
not
I
watch
been?
Robots?
I did.
Did you not watch Robots? Oh, okay.
Good. Did
You
that.
didn't watch robots closely
Why
enough.
why does Nikki relate to this? I'm confused. Why is this adoption? What is adoption? Never mind. I'm getting sidetracked. ADHD.
Look.
Focus.
I mean,
Focus.
welcome to the stream.
I'm writing
Um,
a story. I'm writing a story about this. Don't worry.
Well, souls that you want to know about, like your souls.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls?
I mean, for the most part, if they used to make cores out of gold or silver, specifically, or other, sometimes copper, depends on where they were, or well, you guys, your people. That feels derogatory.
I'll let it pass.
You just start sweating. Mainly because of conductivity and how it be simple, and when it's enchanted by other means, it becomes more malleable and able to move. It's your core is much like a brain. It's mushy, soft, and if you remove it, you're dead. But odd silver, obsidian, steel, whatever, is much more different than typical metal, in which it's much, what's the word? I don't want to say enchanted, but it has a, sneeze, sneeze please, right now, not right now.
Do it.
I'm allergic to bloody snacks. Jing is actually cannibal intolerant. Oh god. And it just disappears like that? My eyes are just fucking watering.
Oh my god, did you fucking hate when they tease you like that?
Oh man, I hate when my sneezes edge the fuck out of me, man.
I kind of like it.
Just let it happen. Why you gonna blue nose me? Come on.
Blue nose.
I hate it. I hate it.
It's better than a blue waffle.
Oh.
I had to
Why?
I would like to leave the campaign now.
Okay, don't worry.
I did the right thing as a child and never looked it up.
It has a higher affinity to magic,
Now.
in which if something aligns with you, either a deity or a crafter of sorts, you get imprinted by them. At least in a way that, parents would leave an impact on your life. Right? This feels very I'm not equipped for this conversation. This is like a conversation for woo. I'm not expert on this. I didn't make Zero's core. That was Woo, so just made his panels, plates. But yeah, they're basically your cores are your brains.
You said this is chosen by a deity.
Well, not always. much like any other living creature, you can be affected by a higher power. And Odd Silver is very easy to work with in the right hands. As far as a blacksmith, it's not the greatest material to work with. In fact, you need an expert to forge it. Because once you set it into a solid shape, it won't change because it wants to. Used to give it a shape it won't redefine. It's stronger, much stronger. But even then, enchantments are so easy to use them with. So if you find a wizard or other means who want a flaming sword, that's really easy. Let me look at Bao. Bao has a flaming sword. I want one. I don't know why he got the fucking flaming great axe sword shift thing. I got a stick. Yeah. You should ask. Well, he's the one that was taught by Bao. So
I understand.
yeah, it's a little. The monastery has this thing where the grandmaster wanted to strengthen your body, and the headmaster wanted to strengthen your mind, and then Wu was like this. Me and Black Megan are like the only ones really doing this, in terms of like strengthening your mind or whatever. So
To confirm, is Yursa there with this conversation?
Oh yeah, you hear all
you
this.
probably hear it all. If you're not right next to them, you're probably like in their stairwell going up, so you can hear it anyways.
Okay.
I will ask Wu when I have time. But I have more time than all of you. So, I guess I should learn to make time. Thank you. I will take my leave now.
Okay.
She just walks up the stairs, past Yursa.
You can just hear him
Yursa
mumble
will-
to himself and just, did she call me a baby?
You child.
Yursa will try to pretend like she wasn't listening and then realize that that's stupid. And
Oh no, what are you doing? Oh, never mind. Fuck it.
yeah, it's just she'll then catch up with Allie and try to keep pace. Are you all right?
I don't know.
Did you want to talk about it?
If I wanted to, I don't know what answer I would want. Which questions to ask. There are so many.
Well, from what I heard, you don't have really very easy questions, so it's completely understandable. Do you just I know you don't particularly sleep like the rest of us. Did you want to not be alone tonight, or would you rather have time with your thoughts?
I suppose sharing a room wouldn't be a bad idea. I, surprisingly, don't make that much noise.
I thought Allie was Coda's
Oh
roommate.
god, what does that sentence mean? Sorry.
A wink.
Phrasing.
It's all right.
Sex
Slept under the
robot,
stars
sex
for
robot,
about a week now, haven't
sex robot, sex robot.
I? I know
sex robot,
exactly
sex robot.
who snores,
Sibian,
who
thank you.
talks in their sleep.
I thought Allie was Coda's roommate.
I think Allie supervised Coda that first night, so she didn't choke on her own bile.
I mean, that's helpful.
Yeah, that's technically not wrong.
All right. Yorsa will basically let Allie decide whose room they sleep in, or she will be sleeping in. And if Allie decides to talk, Yorsa will do her best to stay up and listen. If not, she will sleep.
Okay. Well,
It's up to you, Nikki, whether or not I take exhaustion.
I probably wouldn't talk to you so long that would take exhaustion, though.
Okay. It's up to you whether or not I get a short or a long rest.
The answer is you're gonna get a long rest, but you're gonna
kinky.
get odds are there'd be like a couple minutes of you just waiting in your room.
Just to let's see, trying to think of other stuff that would be happening that may or may not affect choices.
Mhm.
Bao would be outside of where the sleeping quarters are. There's benches there. He'd be sitting there, and he would pass out outside and just start
Okay.
sleeping on the bench. Poe is on the roof of the quarters. Why am I burping so much right now? And they are playing a lyre, which more or less may have put Bao to sleep.
Okay.
Whoa, someone trying to access my email from an iPhone? You think I own an iPhone? Bro, I'm broke. I still got a Samsung fucking Galaxy 6.
I'm still holding onto my Nokia, playing Snake on that bitch. Let's go.
Maryland? Bro, I am not in Maryland. Calm down.
Broke VTubers wanting an iPhone just for the tracking.
What are you talking about? I'm about to buy a fucking $30 infrared camera off Amazon and backdoor emulate that shit.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Give me the deets if you actually manage to do it, please.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Same.
we're actually managing a program that should make it really easy and accessible for everyone else, but that's a different conversation for later.
Yeah, this is
Either way.
different.
Yeah, so Bao's playing a song on the roof, and Poe is playing a song on the roof. Bao is snoring. If you, I'm assuming you guys are already in your rooms or room.
Potentially. Room, yeah.
John Sheriff is gonna pass out in the other room of the bathhouse, but no one's there, so that doesn't matter. And Elliot is going to basically follow Levy around the sleeping quarters as they go to the room. So if you guys are awake, I think Gotham, Ursa, and Allie, or is Coda staying up? Or did you just pass out afterwards?
I think she got done talking to Elliot, went back to her room and was waiting for Allie to come back because she's like, well, I guess we're roommates now, so I should make sure that she's back home safe.
You wait
And
like
then
15
just kind of
minutes
fell
and then
asleep.
just
Yeah, she just fell asleep while waiting.
So yeah, you guys would hear because you guys would probably be the only ones awake where Elliot is talking not super quietly to Levy. They're just kind of going to their room and just Levy, the sheriff knows. And then she just hushes them, and that's all you guys would hear.
Oh.
Oh, mystery.
Hold on. I gotta double check one thing.
Little something something.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Are you checking something?
I'm checking as quickly as I can.
Is it a name? Are you checking a name?
Ah, shit. I gotta see them. Allie. As we hear that saucy little nugget, you're gonna hear your
Dino
voice in your
Nuggets?
mind say, I wonder what they're referencing to. And I think that might be the first time Yorsa has spoken in your head.
You would probably hear the door room slide open, and it would be probably the furthest bedroom or room from you guys, or one of the furthest.
Yorsa will still take the precaution of
Yeah.
mind link.
So just like in the dead of night, I'm not gonna make you roll perception because it's the only other sound going in the building. You can hear someone opening and closing a fucking door in your own house when it's the only door moving in the house.
Would I know if I can respond to that message?
You unfortunately cannot respond to this version.
Okay.
Because it is a racial telepathy. It is not the spell message or sending.
Yeah.
Interesting. You needn't share a language with the creature for it to understand your telepathic or blah 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 telepathic blah.
Telepathic.
Telepathic.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
But the creature must be able to understand at least one language.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well-
That's neat.
Well, it's Eldritch shit where it translates madness into words.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, technically, like, if you go off like certain Eldritch beings, is they don't actually use language; they use images, so you would always understand it. So
Wait.
because
When you're
collapse.
using this trait to speak telepathically to a creature, you can use your action to give that creature the ability to speak telepathically with you for 1 hour
Was
or
it one?
until this effect ends.
Yeah, it should be
Ooh,
like
apparently you can talk to me.
All right.
yeah, it's like goo shit, so it should be fine.
Learn something new.
Only one creature at a time takes away from another creature. It has to.
Well, this is why we RP to figure out.
Yeah.
our own
Yeah.
shit.
Honestly,
Right?
like I
Uh-huh.
think a lot of the utility abilities are much more fun than combat. But unless you're Bix, then
Yeah.
combat's fun. Don't worry, Bix. We'll have like 4 different combats in a session every day for like a month. We'll have combat so often you're tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
not
already
gonna
am.
happen.
All right. Does Nikki say anything, or does Ali say anything back?
I would say with your background, you would probably know that you can respond to it, or at least assume you can, which you can anyways.
Mm-hmm. I would. You would hear a response.
Yes.
It is
Oh.
peculiar. I don't know to what ends, and I certainly cannot investigate it.
Your soul will respond back in her mind, saying, "Well, it's something to keep an ear out for, and keep an eye out for." All right.
Sorry, I got really distracted because my house is shaking because it's a shitty ass home, which means my brother is getting late again.
Sweet.
Fun.
Nice.
Let's get some claps in chat for Yuki's bro getting laid.
Yeah, sex. Woo!
Woo!
Wait,
Woo!
Claps.
why are we celebrating that?
Hype.
You don't clap when an airplane lands?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
No.
Do you not respect pilots?
Why did you put my emotes with a tentacle?
That was an accident. It was like right below
Oh,
the
I'm
emote.
sure.
Zephyr would beg to differ.
I was
For
gonna,
another person,
you know,
yeah.
I that was an accident, and then I saw it, and I was like, I could remove it like I did the last time, or I could keep it.
This is a reoccurring accident. It's no longer an accident, Haruka. It's a fucking trend.
For the other person. Hey, look.
Thank you,
Maybe
Bex.
he's getting pegged. I don't know.
F for someone in that
You never know these
scenario.
days, you know.
They're
Yeah.
being really quiet, so it might not be that good.
So,
Unless. Never mind.
So after that interaction, it would take a couple minutes, and then Allie would enter the room, close the door behind her, and sit in a corner that is almost identical to how she would sit in Koda's room.
Abandonment issues.
Okay,
Why did I say that out loud?
Basically, yours is just, letting Allie take this at her own speed. She's not going to push or force her to anything.
Oh, she doesn't say anything for a while.
Mhm.
Like, it is uncomfortable silence as well.
Mm.
Gross.
Like, she doesn't stir or anything like that. She's basically a statue. You don't hear any moving gears or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then The only question you hear from her is, why was I created?
Hmm. I'll be truthful. I'm not entirely sure. You're honestly the first of your kind that I've personally met. It's a rather strange thing to ask why one was created. Could be like asking like why was I created? I never got to meet my family, so I personally don't even know.
Accident.
Everybody in this campaign has mommy issues.
I like to think yours is probably the most well-adjusted individual here.
Weird.
She has daddy
Wait,
issues.
wait. No, we do have Gotham, who is canonically from a suburban family.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he's
Gotham,
got
Gotham
you.
has
That's true.
Gotham
Suburban
has
family.
Gotham
He's-
has book issues.
He's a Beverly Hills rich kid.
Yeah.
Not even that, just like a suburban kid, like from like
Yeah.
just like
But
a
he
Levitt
failed.
town.
He failed his studies, and then they took him off the trust fund and out the will. So now he's like
Yeah.
fucked.
Gotham is definitely the type of person who would be depressed that they didn't make the cut for the real world.
Oh, 100%.
Gotham meets world.
Easy, you know full well yours has got girlfriend issues.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. They'll resurface.
Oh no.
Everybody's got girl problems around here.
I
Except,
mean,
well,
you know.
yeah, I even got him now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. It'll come up later.
I shall laugh at all of you.
Goliath is interested in nothing but punching.
There's a
Well,
moment.
it's also
Okay,
that
so
when you're all
as far
stuck in
as
time.
the Ali deep thought about the
One
meaning of
second.
life, is that it? Oh,
She,
robot.
she,
Oh, go.
she does mention one thing.
Okay. I think it goes back.
Just in the there's like a long pause after Irisa says her thing. But children are not created for war. Not normally.
Looks at Naruto.
I disagree.
I think it really depends on where you're from. My tribe, people were often, well, created. And very early on, we were assigned tasks, whatever we took a liking to as a child. Some people were weavers, soothsayers, hunters. Everyone has a role to play, everyone has a part. And even though you don't really know your original purpose, it's I think a perfect time and opportunity for you to carve your own path. What are you drawn to?
I don't know. And that's what scares me.
Well, as you said in the stairwell, you've got plenty of time to find out.
But you don't.
Nah, I'm quite content with my mortality. I've already found what I'm good at, putting an arrow into things. Is that our mortality something that weighs on you?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, Bix.
What? Oh, I've dropped a thing. Don't worry.
Okay.
It is not my mortality, but the mortality of others that terrifies me.
Ursa, what's your passive perception?
Like 13 question mark?
Fuck.
1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 plus my bonus, right?
My
Yeah,
passive
13.
14.
Oh, okay. So you guys would hear it. You would hear the footsteps walking down the hallway. Pause outside of your guys' door, then continue walking. Given some shadows, you guys probably can make out, or discern by who's not in their bedroom that it's probably Poe. They're finally going to sleep.
Ah. Do you... So it's our mortality that weighs on you, not your own. Are you a bit worried that you're not gonna spend a certain amount of time with us, or... I can understand if you've already grown very attached to the rest of the group. You've been traveling with them for a while now?
My purpose is to protect. At least it is now. Perhaps in a past life, my purpose was to kill, to slaughter, and I don't want to become that again. Yet, with this group, I aim to protect. So, perhaps that in itself is why I do not slaughter.
Hmm. Alethus, may I ask you if your powers, do you get them from a particular deity, or are they bestowed on you from an oath or something?
I swore my fealty to Moradin, the god of creation, dwarvish in origin, potentially the same as I am, but Warforged are supposed to believe in their own god. Yet when I prayed to them for guidance, advice, purpose, I heard nothing. And yet, this
Alex, we
god
can
welcomed me so
I
openly.
swear I'm not doing obscene gestures and filing my nails.
Valid.
Sorry for the RP, guys. I'm
okay.
really excited, but sorry for the rest of you.
That's okay.
All right, so you get your divine abilities from Moradin, you said. Well, is it possible that Moradin is the one that selected a path for you? The reason you can't remember the rest of your past or your original purpose, is it possible is because you've got a new one? And maybe the loss of memory was a grace?
If it is a grace, then I would not have left my home. But the urge to seek my own answers is stronger than my faith. And while my faith is unyielding, so too is understanding why I was alone, why I was in a cave, and why I don't remember anything. Is it to protect? I cannot answer the question and receive answers. That is selfish of me to ask a deity who is busier than moral standards. It is through Moradin's guidance that I chose this path of learning. And yet I'm scared.
Are you scared to uncover the path, the history, or are you scared to pursue the new purpose?
I I think it is a fear of finding out
What are you doing,
that
Mickey?
Nothing. Go pay attention to your thing. Don't look
Do
at
the
me.
thing. Go on, do the thing.
I think my purpose is that I should be afraid. That perhaps I was afraid before. But I don't know. I never knew. I knew nothing until I was given guidance. And if this path does lead me astray to that I am afraid of, then I find safety in knowing that I have a reason to go back. That if I find the answers and they're not what I seek, if I could ever return, if I took this journey alone.
Yeah, bro, round 2 already.
Hmm.
Therein lies a lot of questions.
I
I aim to protect, but in doing so, I am now afraid of a point where I cannot protect them. And last night was no different. Tonight was no different. The ire that Erisar drew. I hope that I could still protect them, that I don't have to fight them. But
the ire that Erisar drew.
I am not the best judge of character. I don't claim to be. This party has accepted me and done so without asking anything of me other than to protect, to aid. But one is different. Erisar, she there's something more that I feel I need to ask of her before anything. And it is that I wonder if she thinks it's worth it. The, she is carefree to a fault. And
I
for whatever reason she is carefree, it seems to force her hand.
I feel like I'm potentially missing something here. Was Erisar the one responsible for that dome?
Erisar was the one responsible for the acid.
Acid? I'm sorry. I was far away from the heat of the battle on that one there. All I saw was a big dark dome I couldn't peer into.
It is, let's say that during combat, in one of your blind spots, the Erisar's attempt to assist caused harm to a lot of us.
I see.
So
Are you worried about the wild card, we'll say?
the wild card, no. What its purpose is, yes. It is one thing for a wild card to be in play, but it is another for it to be in the hands of someone who works against us.
I am. If I was part of that, I'd have a few choice words. You need to be able to trust your allies to have your back, not thrash it.
I choose to remain silent of that. The other's judgment will ring true, and
Makes sense. You're a cleric. You're far more saintly than I.
saintly I wouldn't say. I walk in the guidance of a god, yes, but I do not walk with the purpose to enforce my god. That is not what Moradin desires.
Well, a deity hasn't really chosen to, we'll say, present me with any holy purpose or anything of the like. The deities exist, but none have really shown me a favor. So when I say that I would thrash an ally for, well, thrashing me, trust me, it's not. It's not in the name of any fucking deity. You know, Ali, you can act outside of your deity, right? Your deity guides you and your deity protects you, and your deity is possibly giving you purpose, but there are some things that you can do without your deity.
I could, but I'm scared. I'm
The
not
fear
ready for
some
that opportunity.
the fear sometimes the fun. Sometimes it's the thrill. But jeez. It's sometimes the fun, sometimes the thrill, sometimes the reason worth doing something. But if you're uncomfortable with it, that's completely fair. Maybe you can warm yourself up to it. Maybe a little toe at a time.
Perhaps.
Do you wanna go, cheesy?
God.
I also just noticed that we are over 1 a.m. for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I would love to continue this RP
it's
with you,
okay.
Nikki. Did you want to do it in like DMs or something? Do you the role play? Continue the role play in DMs?
Oh, you're gonna
I
have
think
those
I've said my
sexy
piece.
RP DMs.
No.
I think I've said my piece.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
I think
before the
you
night
can-
concludes, Gotham, as you're reading your book, uh, you can hear the scribbling of a pen behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
Yeah.
ghost writing.
It's a ghostwriter.
It's a djinn. I
A
knew it.
rapper with a ghostwriter. What
No,
happened?
I'm here. It's Hunter.
And-
It's always fucking
And
Hunter.
every few pages, you just
Hey, I've slowed down so you can read. I would like some answers, please.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Who are you?
Okay, next question.
What are you?
I am a student.
Of who?
Look, I'll be honest. I didn't really like fully plan out this contract thing. I thought it'd be kind of fun. Also, I was reading like 4 chapters ahead, and I kind of did not really read how this works. So you're stuck with me.
I'm sorry.
You have a
Contract?
non-committal deity.
I love this so much. He got Holly.
Yes. Well, look, you're very good at finding information, and it's really good for my research
Wait.
homework.
Wait.
What?
Are you God?
Yes. I can be.
Oh.
If you want me to be.
You're the one,
I can
right?
be anything you want.
Well,
You're the
well,
one
I'm
who
not.
came to
Okay,
me.
look, I'm not. Oh, you mean like? Oh, I thought you meant like romantically. I'm like not really to that right now. Yes.
Nakoto's gonna try to seduce her.
So, wait.
And then
I
do
didn't-
absolutely nothing.
I don't remember signing anything.
Oh, you didn't
What?
need to. It was a verbal contract. I think that's. I kind of skimmed the chapter. I'm not gonna lie.
So we're both in a contract.
Yes.
Neither of us knows what it does.
You get power, and you're also doing my homework. So that seems like a win-win to me.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. This is actually closer to what I thought it was going to be than I expected.
What do you think? What? Hold on. What do you mean? What do you thought?
Well, you actually are God. Well, so you say.
Yes. I am God.
Oh my god.
Is God gonna start a religion now?
Oh God, please no.
No,
Yes,
that's
God.
what my other that's what my other character's
Oh,
for.
we're gonna get flies.
I already have another D&D character that's a religious cultist. I don't need two.
Another zealot.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
Sounds like you're making
Ronaldus
one
of the Golden
right now.
Arches.
Are you gonna turn the page, or are you read? Now you're reading too slow.
Okay. I'll turn the page. So, is there anything in particular you need me to seek? You told me to become a great sage, and I've been trying my best.
Yes. You should read everything. Everything.
Okay.
Find out
I
all the
will
information.
continue my
Mhm.
mission.
Yes,
And
of course.
what, if I may ask, what powers shall I receive in the future?
I will keep you from dying.
That is
That's a
truly
great power.
amazing.
That's
Pretty
this is
solid,
what the
honestly.
Bravian Queen sounds like. All right. Just playing. Go on.
And are you going to be here all the time?
I usually am.
Oh no, she saw.
She saw how good you were, though.
Wait. So
True.
you've always been here?
Yeah.
So you've seen everything.
Yeah.
That was knowledge too.
Kama Sutra.
Uh-huh.
Sure did.
It definitely helped with my anatomy homework.
That was always my intention.
I didn't think that, you guys could mate with other creatures like that. But, definitely gonna never talk about that again.
Agreed.
Does Gotham have regrets?
I highly doubt it.
No, it just doesn't like to talk about it. Especially not with God.
Oh,
What
I
if-
talk
what
about
if-
this
For
with God.
Jesus.
What if Gotham becomes beans? What are we gonna do?
I mean, God is in his name.
That is true.
Shit.
Okay.
It's God I am.
God,
One last,
like
yeah.
God instant messaging. I love it.
God.
One last thing before we go back to reading. Can I call upon you for advice then?
I sure hope not.
I understand. You must be very busy.
Yes, I am so busy answering the prayers of everyone.
Of course.
You have the most non-committal deity ever.
I love her so much. She is the best.
Okay, I think that's probably a good place to call it.
Okay.
I want her opinion on everything now.
Oh my god.
I think that's where we're gonna end it, guys. But before we do, from the oh wow, there's a lot of people streaming tonight. Actually, you can actually see her from the corner of the eye, just kind of standing behind you. You can see that she's just scribbling in a book. For the most part, the book's in your peripheral.
What does she look
What
like?
does she look like? Yeah.
As you turn your head, she is fairly shorter than you. On first glance, she looks like maybe in her teens, like a high schooler of sorts. Her skin is red. You can see these large horns that curl around the back of her head, and she's wearing this rather extravagant white dress. You can see this leather-bound book in her hands, and you can see that it's stitched. It's close enough to your face that you can see that on what looks like the front of the book, there's maybe like a nose or something. So it might be made of skin. And as you turn around, she just kind of has this half-shocked look at you, just, hi?
It is truly an honor.
And she reaches out her hand really awkwardly and nervously.
I will carefully shake it.
Okay. Well, I know you're Gotham. I'm Jezebel.
Jezebel. I will remember that.
All
Write
right,
it down.
That is the
Yeah,
name
write
of
it
and
Gotham.
that's where we're gonna end the stream. Let's go raid Autotune.
Okay.
Hey, Aru, let's go.
Mwah.
Good session.
Yeah.
We will have more. We will have tons of fighting.
I have
next
something
time.
to yell at Gotham the moment that we leave. Okay, cool. Your god, your deity is fucking Haruhi.